people that are doing these trainings are always people that are actually doing the business and doing what it is that they're talking about. So you get to hear from people that are doing the deal, not talking about doing it, not did it a long time ago, not doing it anymore. It's people that are actually out there doing it and showing people how to go through the ranks, move through the ranks, and rock this thing out. So I'm excited to hear from Nikki Sprung. So I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend. Rock it
Thank
out.
you, Chris. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here, you guys. I will be completely honest. Like, I was so nervous. I'm always nervous to do public speaking. I'm a teacher, and it feels so good though. So I think it's always good to do something that kind of scares you. And so here we are. Well, I wanted to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Nikki Sprung. I have been in this business now for just over a year and a half. And I am a full-time teacher. I teach elementary school and during the crazy COVID year. And I'm also a mom. I have two kids, a 6.5-year-old and a wild 20-month-old. So I am busy. But I wanted to share what kind of drew me into this business and a little bit about my product experience first. So I was introduced to this product by the amazing Stacy Bartley. I had a sample like right after I had my second baby. And I started because, I wanted to lose the baby weight. I heard all these amazing things. I saw Stacy's testimony about it. And so I was like, yeah, let's try this. And to be honest with you, I didn't have this like huge story when I first started either. Like I tried the product. It was crazy. I cleaned like all of my closets out. I had like 6 bags of stuff that I brought to Goodwill. I felt amazing. And I was like, is this stuff legal? Like, what is this stuff? Right. And it was so great. And it was a few months later, and I'm always kicking myself that I didn't just jump on board right then, because I saw the opportunity, but I was hesitant. I was really hesitant. So previously I'd been in another network marketing company about, it was like 7 years ago. And it was a total failure, total shit show, to be honest. It was hard. There was lots of work. I had to do these parties and set up booths in people's homes at these events. And I had to buy all this product. I'm not kidding. I have like tubes of lipstick still like under my bathroom cabinet that I don't even know what to do with anymore. I'm pretty sure it's expired. I should just throw it away. But it wasn't a success. And I kind of was like turned a nose and had like a sour taste of network marketing after that. I was like, this is a scam. You don't make any money, blah, blah, blah. The same like show that goes on and on. And so when I joined this opportunity, I was a little bit nervous. But more importantly, my husband was so skeptical, you guys. He was the one who was like, okay, rolling his eyes at me, like, here we go again. And you know what? I proved him wrong. We just bought our first house this past November. We've done a lot of stuff that we never thought possible because of this company. And I always tell people who have like some negative attitude towards MLMs, it's like, who's paying your bills? They're not paying your bills, right? You're paying your bills. And so who am I to block somebody else's opportunity in this business? And so what is different here? Why am I seeing success here versus my other company? Well, number one, it's the culture, right? We have an amazing culture here. The community is just amazing. We have so many trainings. We have so much professional development, so much support. And we have amazing products, right? You all know this, right? You're here because we have these amazing products. When I first started, it was coffee or lemonade. We didn't have tea or peach tea or the happy pill or the shake, but now we have something for everyone, right? You don't even have to drink a beverage to get the benefits from our product. The number one thing though that made it different is we have a really basic system and we keep it super simple, right? This system is for everyone. I know there's probably some people here who are new, some people have been here a long time, and you might have like had those doubts, like, is this for me? Is this system for me? But whatever it is, whatever that you want out of this business, it's here for you, right? This business is for everyone and anyone. Now, I'll be honest, my biggest obstacle when I came into this business, it was myself. It was my self-doubt. My self-doubt that I couldn't be successful because I wasn't successful the last time. And I'm going to tell everyone this right now. Self-doubt is the ultimate consistency destroyer. You are self-sabotaging yourself when you have that doubt. I read a quote the other day in one of these books I was reading, and it said, doubt will kill more dreams than failure ever will. And it's 100% true, you guys. You are going to cause yourself failure versus trying something, because you can't fail if you never even try it. So I will be honest too, my time here wasn't always like uphill. I had a lot of ups and downs. And in order to keep going, I had that moment, when I was like, I don't know if this is for me, I want to stop. I had that self-doubt and I had to keep going. I had to keep pushing through. And one of the things I did was I had to remember the why. Why am I here? Why am I doing this business? What am I trying to accomplish? I had a family. It was a weird year. My husband was out of work during COVID for a little while. He's a union worker, jobs got shut down. I was the only income. And I don't know if you guys, teachers don't do it for the money, right? Like, we are not millionaires as teachers. We're here to help people. And so my income at one point was the only thing kind of keeping us together. And it was stressful. I had to remember, I have a family to feed. I have bills to pay. We wanted to buy a house. We had savings, and I wasn't trying to go through my savings because I knew we would never get to owning that home. I had to remember my why, and I had to stay consistent in my business. And to be honest, everything that gets in the way of that is usually your own head, your own self-doubt, or listening to others. Mindset is key to this business. We have a super simple system. Literally, anyone can do it. I still remember Melissa Lucas saying, like, her 9-year-old son, she could teach in this business and he could do it. And it's so true. Our system is so simple. And I'm going to go over that in a little bit with you guys. But the most important thing is, like, what is your why? Everyone here needs to know their why. Do you have a vision board at home? Do you have goals? We had an amazing training yesterday on goal setting, setting those SMART goals and thinking about what it is you want to accomplish. What is your focus? And use that vision to keep you on that path. And here's what's really great is that your vision is going to consistently change, right? I had a vision board where I had my house up there. Well, I got my house, you guys. Now I'm setting my goals for bigger. I'm changing my vision board. I'm consistently going back and adding more attainable goals for this. So no matter where you are in your business, brand new, 3 years in, this business is for you. This company provides everything you need to be successful here. And you guys, this month especially, we are seeing something that we have never seen before. And I've never seen this in any other network marketing company. We have so many extra opportunities to earn more money doing the things we're already doing. I mean, these things are insane. And so if there was ever a time when you are going to succeed, it is this month. So I want everyone here to, like, repeat that in their mind, like, I can do this because you can. So in our system, we have a couple steps, and I'm just going to go over them with you guys. The first one is, of course, being a product of the product. You want to drink your coffee and be happy, or drink your lemonade and be happy. Take your happy caps and be happy. Right when I started, I told you it was just coffee and lemonade, but now we have so many products. We have these amazing full systems that focus on your mind, your gut health, weight loss. We have something that's literally for everyone. You are going out there, you're drinking your coffee, I have mine right here, and you are feeling the effects of it, right? And we do this because this is how, number one, we're going to feel great, but also how we begin to build and share our story. And that's, the next step is sharing our story. Sharing our story, it really is the heart of this business. We create connections to our products by sharing the story and sharing other people's story. And I told you guys that when I first started, I didn't have a huge story. I just was like, I had all this energy. I was feeling great. I was just postpartum. I was tired. But then as I continued to use my products, my story started to change. I suffered from this pregnancy. I suffered from really bad postpartum anxiety. It was debilitating, you guys, where I had to be on medication. And I was feeling super low, but the happy products, consistently using them day to day, I was able to get off of my medication and I was able to kind of feel like myself again. And I swear to you that was the moment that I knew that this place was where I needed to be, and these products were amazing. And so that was where my story started to shift. I started to have another story that I could share with people. You might not think you have a story, but something drew you here. Everyone has a story. Even if you've never used the products before and you joined this opportunity, what brought you to this? Was it the community? Was it the ability to see that it was able to make financial freedom here? You wanted to make a couple extra $100 a month. What was it that brought you here? Was it someone else's story? Right? My story was small and then it grew. I didn't lose 30 pounds. I didn't have all this great stuff, but my story started to build the more and more I used my products and the more that I became connected to other people's story. You always have a story to share. There's your story or there's thousands of other people's stories, either on our team, your team, our customer pages. One of the key things I think in this business is staying connected to your customer pages and learning more stories. You will become better connected to the products, and then you'll be better able to help your customers. And we are in the business of helping others, right? That is why we're here. We know that everyone needs these products. We know that people need this stuff, and we know that it is going to help them. Being able to connect to these stories and sharing it with your customers is going to bring them closer to using these products and finding that success as well and getting their own story and seeing that, happy ending. We're here to be happy, right? This is the happy kill. So when you're sharing your story, when we share it on social media, we want to make sure that we're, doing it in a way that's authentic. I'm sure you guys have browsed your Facebook feeds and you've seen a lot of those really salesy posts and you just scroll past them, right? You scroll past them because you know what they're going to say. They all say the same thing. But we want to make sure that when we're sharing our story, we're doing it true to ourselves and we're doing it in a way that feels authentic. So, you have your cup of coffee or you have your glass of lemonade or your shake or whatever it is, but maybe you have your kids in your picture, you have your pets or your dogs, right? You get 2 seconds for someone to come across your post and either keep scrolling or stop and read it. That's very fast. 2 seconds to make that difference if someone is going to read it or not. So you want to make sure that your story is something that catches their eye. It's authentic, right? We don't just want to have a picture of a shake or a coffee or a capsule. We want to make it where someone else is like, hey, what is Nikki up to right now? Oh, look, her kids are so cute. Or wow, her dog is weird looking with his mohawk, right? So you want to make them stop. And when I share my story, I like to do it. There's lots of different ways. Actually, our team page has amazing post ideas, but I like to share mine in like a story format. And I like to think about one example you can do is thinking about how your life is different before and after the happy products. So you might have your coffee cup. And again, your story can be big or small. There's always a story to tell, but you might be like, I have 2 kids and I was always tired. But after one change in my cup, I did all the dishes. I did 5 loads of laundry. I have energy to go outside and play with my kids in the park. I feel amazing from this one simple change, right? So these story formats and keeping it short, right? These long paragraphs, people don't read them. It's true. So you want to keep it short and you want to keep it authentic. And our team page is amazing, you guys, but make sure to give it your own twist, right? Make it honest and true to your own life. You will find that you have so many more people connecting to you in this way. And you know what? Props to you guys right now for being on this call. You are investing in yourself. You are investing in your business. And you now have another story to share. You have mine. So you have already gained something from just being on this call right now. So that kind of leads us to how we are sharing our stories and what we're doing after that, right? We're using the tool. We're using the tools that we have. And you guys, we have so many amazing tools. I'm going to tell you hands down right now, the tools are probably the part of this business that have made it so different and doable compared to my past company. We didn't have stuff like this. We had to go out with our products and sample things and set up stuff. And it was a lot of work. And I don't know about you, but I have another job too. So I'm doing this as a part-time job to my real job, and I have kids and I have things to do. I want to do something that I can do in the pockets of my day. And this is doable, right? I thought that when I first came here that I had to be an expert. I will tell you right now, I was like trying to explain things to people. I was trying to do all the things that were not the right way to do it, right? I found that through failure. I found that the simpler we keep it, the more success I had, the better job that I ended up doing, right? We are not the expert, but we are the person that is in charge of sharing the stories. We are a glorified storyteller, right? If you make things complicated, people feel that, and then it pushes them away. Things get weird, right? You kind of lose that connection that you had with that person. You want to make sure that you are pointing them in the direction that they need to go by using the tools that we already have in place. And we have some amazing tools, right? We have our customer team pages. Those are the gold mine. They're the Amazon Yelp review place to go, where it has all the testimonies, it has product info. And one thing that you can do today to move your business along is add people to that customer page. Not random ad. You want to have those intentional ads, those conversations. You want to get people into that page. If you added just 5 people, 3 to 5 people a day into that page, you would see your business move significantly. The more people you intentionally add to that page, the more success you will see. But it's not about just adding them to the page, you guys. We have to also do it effectively. We don't want to shy away from asking them that question. What aspects are you most interested in? Or what drew you to the products? This question is so important because it will help direct you to what testimonies you want to tag them in. I have found that when you tag someone in just in a product info, you're just showing them a label, right? It's good to do that, especially when they have questions on the product and the ingredients and all of that. You want to direct them to the information. But what is going to be more powerful is connecting that person to something that they are interested in or something they're going to be connected or helped by, right? You want to find out, are they having anxiety? Do they want weight loss? Are they looking to reduce inflammation? What is it that is interesting them in this product, right? What drew their attention to this in the first place? And so going in and tagging, using the search bar, finding those stories that are going to connect that person and tagging them. That is intentional, and it's going to help you effectively use our customer page. Sorry, guys, I have notes. If you see me looking down, I'm making sure I don't miss any of my stuff. But connecting people to the product is through the stories, right? I'm getting connected to my product by using it, and I'm connecting others to our product through these stories. And we know that there's lots of companies out there, and there's a lot of great products out there. But what makes us different is the stories that we have to share, okay? Another thing that we can do to use a tool is sharing a sample, right? I came here from a sample. A lot of you probably came here from a sample. Drop an emoji in the chat if you came here from a sample. But there's a trick to doing samples, right? We're not just passing them out. We're doing it intentionally, just like we would with the customer page. Following up and coaching is the success to sampling, right? You want to build excitement around the sample arriving, and you want to send them instructions to set them up for success, right? You want to make sure that they're only taking half or a fourth and they're drinking lots of water. But more importantly than sending in those directions is you need to ask the question, when do you plan on taking it? That day, they tell me, oh, I'm going to take it tomorrow morning. I set a reminder in my phone to follow back up with that person on that day. Not a week later, not a couple days later. You guys, I use my phone because if I don't put a reminder in, I will not remember. And then it will be like 2 weeks have passed and I'm like, oh my gosh, how was your sample? And it was so long ago that they took it, they don't even remember how it was. So when do you plan on taking it? Set a reminder and then be like, hey, so-and-so, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, how was your coffee? What positive changes did you notice? You know, I always like to like throw that in there, not just say, oh, how is your sample? How did you feel? I want to ask them like, hey, what positive changes did you notice? Because I want them to be thinking not about anything that's negative. And I want to put that in their mind to thinking about, hey, oh, you know what? I didn't nap today, or I didn't snack on chips like I normally would at 3 o'clock in between dinner. I want to help guide them into thinking about the little things that they may not have noticed right away that our products are helping them with. And of course, you guys, we're going to have people who don't feel their sample right away. And it's going to take them a week or 2 weeks or even 30 days to feel the full effects of the products. And that's okay. There are so many of us out there that didn't feel it the first time. And the ones who do, that's amazing. But we have to continue to really help coach them to keep taking the products and using the consistency and maybe altering or adjusting it. So once you get there and they love their products, we have to close it, right? We have to ask that question, hey, is this something you'd like to get started on? I'm going to be honest again, because I'm full transparency today, you guys. I was so nervous to use that line. I didn't a lot at first. And I found that my conversations kind of dropped off because I wasn't putting the ball into their court. People are sometimes like afraid to be like, oh yeah, I'll buy it, you know, or they just need a little push, or be like, oh, you know what? Yes, I love it. Or maybe they'll be like, not right now. I don't get paid till this day. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to follow up with her. I'm going to set these reminders, right? So I always want to use that phrase. Is this something you'd like to get started on? Another thing we don't want to shy away from, you guys, is we have some incredible new resources. We have these videos. Please, have you guys seen the videos that we have? They are incredible. Videos work because a lot of people are visual learners, right? They want to see something in a short period of time to give them all of the information. They might not want to do a lot of digging and reading. So our videos are so good, especially the new ones on the shake and also the business opportunity. The videos are a great way, once you add that person to your customer page, send them a video, ask them what they're interested in, and go back and tag them. Okay, we don't want to shy away from the app. The app has so many great videos. You can send samples from the app. There's lots of resources in our back office too. So make sure that we are really using everything in our toolbox, because it's only going to set you up for success. And then, you know, this kind of goes with sampling, but just in general, you know, following up and being a good friend. This is the last step, you guys. People, I'm going to tell you right now, if they haven't already, they're going to ghost you. It's okay. People are going to say no. That's okay. You guys, do not take it personally when people do not respond, because sometimes they're busy. Sometimes they forget. I am notorious at typing out a text message to respond to someone and forgetting to send it all the time. This happens like at least 3 times a week. Someone following up with me, it was like, oh my gosh, I meant to send this response to you and I never did, right? We want to follow up with that person in a way that's not weird, right? We want to follow up with them like, hey girl, how was your weekend? You know, we want to ask them those questions and being a good friend to them. But you're also going to get people who say no. And you guys, that is okay, because no is not no forever. No means not right now, right? When someone says no, there's usually some reason behind it, whether it's financial, they're not ready to take that next step, it's not a good time. It's okay. We want to continue to be a good friend to that person. Network marketing is about relationship building. We want to continue to be consistent on social media. If we never respond back to that person again, unless it's a month later to tell them about a new shake that was released, I guarantee you they're not going to really want to talk to you, because they can tell you're only trying to get the sale through them. And that's not what this business is about. So you need to be a consistently good friend to the person, comment on their stories, like their page, continue the conversation with them that has nothing to do with this business. I guarantee you that you will see success by continuing to build those relationships. Also, social media. If you're doing this business with social media, you want to continue to post and be consistent with your posting, because even though they said no right now, that doesn't mean that they're not going to watch your stories still for the next however many months, and that later one of your stories might resonate with them, and then they're going to be ready to get on board. I will tell you, I'm reading in the chat, yeah, got a new customer after a year of watching my story. Yes, this is what happened to me as well. I have a friend who said no, and it was 6 months later that she messaged me after watching one of my stories, one of my actual video stories, and she wanted to start the products and give it a go. And so it really showed to me that people are still watching you. Even if they say no, it doesn't mean it's no forever, right? So we want to stay consistent in this business. We want to continue to post authentically in our stories, you guys. Okay, right? We want to shy away from like product labels and really salesy posts because we want people to connect to our stories. I know you guys have seen stories where it's like sale, sale, sale. It's like, no. Find something that's funny. You always want to connect your people. Find something that they are interested in. Think about who your audience is, right? Think about who your target market is and what kind of stories they would like to see. Sometimes, it's great to even ask your audience, like, what would you like to see in my stories? I've seen so many people do like teacher tip Tuesdays, or they have like leadership days, or they're doing their reviews on stuff they bought on Amazon, right? So there's lots of different ways that you can connect with your audience on social media. We have a great social media training on our team page that I highly recommend if you are new here to go and watch, because it's going to give you some amazing resources to really help step up your social media in this business. But you guys, to be honest, it all comes down to consistency in our business, right? Staying close to the fire. You guys are here right now at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. I'm so happy because you are, again, investing in your business. You are staying close to these trainings. This is free. I don't know any other company who provides this much free professional development, right? Getting on our coffee chats, getting on any kind of Mindset Mondays or company calls, staying closer to the fire, you will see that consistency in your business, right? These trainings and calls are the #1 way to connect to your community. If you're having a tough time, right, we've all been there, like you're feeling a little down, you're feeling like your business isn't going where you want it to go. Maybe you went through your warm market and now you're kind of having to push through your cold market and you're seeing your sales go down a little bit. Get back on the calls, you guys. The calls are what is going to motivate you. I leave coffee chats every time feeling so empowered by listening to other people's stories. I get other stories, right? I learn from other people. I'm adding to my toolbox right there. And then I'm also just hearing that other people might be going through something similar. And it really inspires me to keep going and to not give up. Also, another really great thing to stay consistent is stay close to your sponsor, right? You guys, you want to stay close to your upline, to the person who brought you into this business. And a lot of the times you might be like, well, they haven't messaged me. I haven't reached out to them. You need to reach out to them. If you want this business, you need to get in the inbox all the time with these leaders. You need to show that you want it and that you are working at it, because the person who is trying the hardest, the person who is motivated and ready to go, they're going to see that success and they're going to be getting that help that they need. You guys, another thing that I struggled with, and I'm still learning it, is to have posture when you are talking about this business. Think about all the things that you have accomplished, or that even big or small, like if you were able to afford a extra grocery trip for your family, or you were able to pay for summer camps for your kids or go on a vacation, whatever that accomplishment is from this business, share that and share it with posture. Do not let negative people bring you down. I spoke on Coffee Chat yesterday about negative people and how they can really affect your mindset. And it was from this article I was reading, and it really resonated with me because I realized that sometimes I really do let negative people get in my head, right? My husband, who was super skeptical, he kind of like brought me down in the beginning, and people who love you do that sometimes, and you have to really push that out of your head, right? You have to make sure that you're guarding your time. Not letting these negative people consume your time. You want to not let them steal your energy or your time. You want to take back your time, because your time is precious. I know I don't have extra time. I have kids who are outside this door right now, like screaming like wild monkeys because they're crazy. I have a full-time job. You want to make sure that you are also, choosing your attitude. You have the power to have a negative thought versus a positive one. And it's important to really think about a mantra that you want to say and repeat it every day, right? Say like, oh, I am positive. I am not going to give others my power. I'm going to be successful. Whatever it is, whatever your mantra is, have it and say it on repeat. Put that track in your head and put it on repeat. Also, think about refocusing your thoughts, right? If you identify when your thoughts start to shift to negative, that is a key, right? If you acknowledge like, hey, I just had a really negative thought about this, right? You are able to take the power back, because blaming other people for what's happening in your life gives them the power. Do not give them the power. Take your power back. It is going to help you in all aspects of your life, including this business. You need to stay true to your values, and you need to think about the why, like we talked about earlier. What is the reason you're here? Why did you start this business? And then, of course, the last thing you want to do for those negative people is you want to find people who are positive, right? Seek out those positive people in your life, because I said this yesterday, but one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch, right? That's the quote, and it's true. So when you're feeling like this business isn't going where you want it to be, reach out to someone who you think is doing great, or reach out to a family or friend member who makes you happy, and just get around that positive energy. Because I believe that when your mind is right, everything else will follow suit. So get that mindset, listen to a Mindset Monday, talk to someone, read something that, do something that inspires you or an activity you enjoy, and then get back to your focus of what are your goals and what do you want to do. I still remember that Ricky said that every morning he has this routine, right? He wakes up, he does his like meditation, he listens to this music, he gets online, he does a couple work moments. He has a routine that he does every single day, and it kind of gets his mind focused and right for the day. And I love that. Like being able to wake up, maybe it's 30 minutes earlier, 15 minutes earlier than you normally do, to start your day with intention. Whether it's journaling, maybe you're praying, maybe you are doing some kind of exercise, something that you are doing to get your mind right for the rest of the day. And you want to set yourself up for success. So being able to think about, what do I want to accomplish today? Where am I fitting in my business? If this is your side gig, your full-time gig, whatever this opportunity is for you, set yourself up with intention every single day. What you do every single day matters more than what you do once in a while. That was a quote that I read in a book last week, and I was just like, oh, you are so right? Like your day-to-day activity is more important than what you do every once in a while. It's just mind-blowing, right? You are a product of what you do. And so even though it might seem monotonous every single day, like going online, Facebook, or whatever it is, checking up with customers, that is the stuff that is going to get you to your goals, right? I'm not special. I'm not amazing at sales, you guys. I'm the least salesy person you've ever met. It gets uncomfortable for me. I don't like to be salesy, but we have a system here that avoids all of that. I've stuck to that simple system, and it's led us on this path where here I am, right? A year and a half later, I never thought that I'd still be in a company doing this. And I can see myself here for 5, 10, 15 more years, because you know that we are only going up and up. And again, this business is for everyone. It doesn't matter where you are in your business. If you're new or seasoned, it's for you. And there are tools here to help you be successful doing this. So set your goals, and don't let your self-doubt get in the way. That is key, you guys. So I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much for being on here with me. I
Hey, Nikki, do not go yet. Do not go. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm here.
Guys, what did you get out of this call this morning? Because I'm sitting back listening to Nikki, okay? And she's just dropping bomb after bomb after bomb. She's teaching you the simple system. She's telling you about the life struggles. She's telling you about consistency. She's telling you about doing the thing. She's telling you about the no's. Nikki, I'm just so proud of you and what you've become as a leader. because I've seen it evolve over the last 18 months. And going back to 18 months ago, this is not the same girl or leader or lady that started this business, guys. And that's what fires me up to help other people elevate to what Nikki is becoming and what she's gonna become. Okay, Nikki, I'm super proud of you. You completely rocked this training. Thank you so much for hosting this training this morning. It was incredible.
Thank you for having me. I will totally admit, you guys, I was afraid to do this, and it's good to do stuff you're scared of because it makes you grow as a person, as a leader. So everyone get out there and do something that scares you a little bit because it will help you grow. Hope you guys have a great weekend.
Great job, everybody. Have a great day.
Nikki, that was amazing. Thank you.
Awesome, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you. That was so good.
Fire.
Thank you.
Amazing,
Great
Nikki.
job.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank
Bless
you
your
very much. You hit it
Thank
all.
you.